Okay, so this is problem 5.7.31, and we're asked to factor. And we have 1 over 256, b to the 6th, minus 50 over 64, b to the 3rd, and 625 over 16. Okay, so it's a trinomial, so what we're going to be doing is factoring by trial and error. And so we're going to start with a set of parentheses here. And then the b to the 6th, I'm going to split that up as b to the 3rds because I see I have a b to the 3rd in the middle there. So the middle term will need to be a b to the 3rd. So we know that's how we're going to split that up. And then 1 over 256, generally with a lot of these fraction problems, you're splitting it up into, whatever number multiplies by itself to give you this. So 16 times 16 is actually 256. It's not always that way, but in this particular problem, that's going to be what we're going to want to use. So I'm going to use 1 over 16 and 1 over 16 as the coefficients there. And you can make a factor list for the number 256 and then see what numbers are potentials here for the bottom. But 16 times 16 does give us 256. You could also try, for instance, 8 times 32, but we need a denominator of 64 here, so that's going to come out with what we're going to do here. Okay, so I'm going to move my attention over to this one, 625 over 16. And so I'm trying to think about how can I split this up so that when I multiply these last two, I'm going to get this 625 over 16. But I'm going to need the middle terms to give me a denominator of 64. So if I already have 16 here, then if I had a denominator of 4 here for each of these, it would multiply 4 times 4 in the last position there to give me 16. But it would also give me the 64 in the middle. Okay, so we'll use 4s there. And the 625, I'm going to break up as 25 and 25. Okay, now we have a minus sign here and a plus sign there, so we're going to need to actually have two negatives here. That will take into account a negative times a negative, giving me a positive. Okay, so you can check this if you want. Do your first outside, inside, last of FOIL, but you're going to see that you're going to end up back here with this. Okay, so working with fractions is very similar to working with problems that don't have fractions. It's just that you have to work with both a numerator and a denominator to try and figure out what numbers need to be there to have it fit this scenario.